Hello, my friends. Now it's time for another video. Today we have something totally different. It's not a recording of a coaching session, but a full demonstration of all parts of the system working together, including automatically revised strategy during relays by the race assistants and fully automatic race handling in a team race. So it's something I have planned for a long time to integrate all parts of the system to be capable to do this. And now finally all parts of the puzzle has fallen into place, and it's time to make a demonstration for you. I have prepared session in the Teams server. I'm running the Teams server locally, as you can see here, and the session will be an 1 hour race with 2 virtual teammates. I'm using the custom race weekend in ACC with standard race team with predefined drivers to do this. And let's first take a look at the session configuration. Here in the Teams server connection, we will see localhost, connect to it. Oops, wrong team name. So we have a team named VGR. It stands for Vivid Global Racing, my own racing team for endurance races. And I have created 2 drivers here, Sean Balfe and Rob Bell. These are standard drivers from the real life racing world. And I've created a session for a 1 hour Bathurst race with a driver swap. So the next step I have done is to prepare a strategy for this race. Let's take a look at that. It's kind of an artificial strategy because it's for demonstration purposes. As you can see, for the 1 hour race, we will have 2 pit stops, both planned with tire swaps and refueling. Nothing I want to run in a real race, but it's, as I said, for demonstration purposes. So we will start with 40 liters of fuel. We'll have a short stint of around 8 laps, then refueling and tire swap. Then the next driver will take over, will run another short stint of a couple of laps, 12 laps in this case, and we will have the last pit stop also with refueling and tire swap. To achieve this, I have to set some crude settings in the strategy workbench. One was to reduce the amount of available fuel capacity in the tank to 60 liters. Otherwise, the strategy workbench will have created a totally different strategy here. And I also had to decrease the initial fuel level to 40 liters and the tire usage to 22 laps so that this strategy will result. So let's take the next look here at the race center. As I showed you before, I prepared a session in the Teams server running locally on my machine. The strategy, as shown before, is already loaded into the race center. I have created this stint plan from the strategy. Sean will be the starting driver, and after that, Rob will run the 2 remaining stints. And yeah, nothing which will be very competitive in the race, so we will be at the end of the field. But let's see what happens if we don't start with 40 liters of fuel, but 45 liters, which then will result in a totally different strategy possible. And the assistants, together with the race center, will try to handle this during your race without any driver interaction. So, having said all that up front, it's time to start the race. So, now we are in ACC, my favorite simulator, but as always, everything demonstrated will also work for every other of the supported games. We are in the setup page, and as you can see here, we have 4 liters more configured as a starting fuel than in the pre-calculated strategy, and we will see what this will change. So now let's go to grid and start the race.
Going double file.
Hey Sean, I will spot for you. We have 25 degrees air temperature and 31 degrees on the track, and it is dry. You are starting from P25. The race will last 60 minutes. It's about to go green.
I will start from the end of the grid, and I will try to stay there because we won't be competitive with the two-pit strategy anyway. I start as Sean, as was planned in the stint plan, and Rob will take the car for the remaining 2 stints. But let's see what the strategist will come up with after the strategy has been recalculated. I'm not very good at talking while driving or driving while talking, so I must be very careful. And also the AI is not very good at buffers. They are making a lot of mistakes, rear-ending other cars, spinning in forced elbow and so on. And I must stay out of trouble. Otherwise I have to record this video a couple of times, which I don't want to. We are running the old McLaren, which I still prefer over the new one. But this is a matter of taste. Could have attacked here, but I won't.
This is Tom. I will look after your car in this session. Andrew is on the pit wall with me today. You can call us whenever you want.
Is running at 100%, but still very slow. I must keep myself back. As I can see on my top screen, the race center, the team server, and everything has started up correctly. And the assistants are currently learning the track and the data. And we'll come up with more information when they're ready. It's very hard to go so slowly.
Sean, this is Andrew. Should I give you some key data about our strategy?
So Andrew, the strategist detected that
Well done.
a predefined strategy has been configured and asked me whether I want to have the key facts. I will accept using my Stream Deck.
Okay, I'll do it right now. Okay, here is a summary of the strategy. We will have 2 pit stops in total. The next stop is on lap 9. We will refuel 40.0 liters. A tire change is planned.
So this is the strategy as originally planned at the strategy workbench, with starting fuel of around 40 liters. But as we know, we have 4 liters more, which are exactly those 4 liters which make other strategies possible. Okay, we have a crash here. As I said, the AI spins a lot at first elbow.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2. Well done, mate. Crossing class.
Attention left. The car one on the left behind is in the pit. Attention left. Left is clear. Car behind you.
Now that I
You are
have
0.6 seconds ahead of your opponent.
AI cars behind me, I must brake very early at first elbow, otherwise they will rear-end me.
Attention behind.
Maybe I can put some air between me and the car behind me, so that I do not have to slow down so much.
You will get some pressure from behind now. Don't give him anything. Great. 2 minute 4.0 seconds. Your best lap so far. You gained 0.8 seconds in one lap on the car ahead, but you still have 2.3 seconds to go. You can do it. Keep pushing.
Sean, this is Andrew. It looks like we need to change our...
Yellow flag in second sector. Yellow flag is cleared.
Sean, this is Andrew. It looks like we need to change our strategy. We have planned 2 pit stops. You have to come in for the next stop on lap 9. We will refuel 46.0 liters, rather than 40 liters as currently planned. We leave the tires on the car, which means we can skip the planned tire change. I will update our strategy. Please confirm. Will do.
So Andrew has detected that a different strategy is possible. Very interesting stuff, because we won't change the tires and we will put some more fuel into it. Don't know what he's planning for, but I have confidence that it will be the right thing.
The next stop is planned for lap 10. Shall I inform your race engineer?
So now Andrew detected that the pit stop is coming up in a few laps and asked whether we should begin with the preparation, and I accept.
Roger, wait a moment.
Sean, we have the following for pit stop number 1. 37 liters will be enough. The tires are not changed. Okay, the crew will be ready for you on lap 10.
Okay, Andrew has handed over the pit stop plan to the engineer, and he accepted it and has informed the crew for lap 10, which means that after the completion of lap 9 the pit stop dialog will be opened up automatically, all the settings will be dialed, and then I can go to the pit. According to the stint plan, we will have a driver swap as well, so Rob will take over the car. Although the planned strategy says that we want to pit in lap 9,
The car 1 position behind just posted a 2 minute 4.7 seconds.
the calculation which was made during pit stop preparation showed that we can go another lap with the remaining fuel, and this might be of benefit in terms of race position after the stop. So we will have to pit in lap 10 now. interesting fact is that the strategy will now run a double stint on the tires in the first 2 stints. I hadn't expected that. I thought it will double stint the tire in the remaining stints. Maybe the simulation has shown that the short stint with very low fuel at the end is better than running a double stint on the tires with higher fuel.
The pit stop window is now open.
So we have a pit stop window now. I configured ACC for a 30-minute pit stop window with 1 required pit stop, so all the AI cars will go for a 1 pit strategy. And we have a 2 pit strategy for demonstration purposes.
The gap to your opponent behind you is currently 2.1 seconds.
Well done, mate. Most of the best.
Attention right. Hold the line. Still there. Hold the line. Still there. Right clear. Car at the rear.
If you brake very late there, the AI tries to brake late as well, but most of the time they misjudge their braking points and rear end the driver's car. 9 laps. I think the pit stop preparation will begin now.
We are
Yes.
ready for you to box.
The pit stop window opens and the cursor jumps around and the settings are entered.
You are currently 0.5 seconds behind your opponent.
Everything is completed now. Tire change. Driver swap. Refueling of 47 liters.
You are currently 1.1 seconds behind your opponent.
I will pit now.
This is Tom. You have fuel left for 3 laps. Keep an eye on that. You can come in the few next laps. The crew is working on it.
Come on, let's go.
Okay, we completed the stop, but it doesn't count as a stop according to rules because we didn't change any tires. But we will have to stop the second time anyway.
Consider in the pit lane. light damage on the front of the car.
Attention in first sector, yellow flag. Yellow flag is cleared.
That was not so good, but no big damage. So we can continue.
Attention behind.
Up to now I have nothing more done than pressing accept all of the time. Everything has been handled automatically by the assistants in the race center so far. And hopefully this stays this way. I will now ask the strategist about the remaining strategy. There's a button for this on my stream deck as well.
Watch out.
We have the following strategy. We have planned 2 pit stops. The next stop will be on lap 21. 25.0 liters will be refueled. We will change the tires.
So as I expected, a short last stint with low fuel, low car weight and fresh tires. So we have to pit again in 10 laps. I will repeat for those who didn't follow the introduction completely that we are running a very weird strategy, which I would never use in
You
real
are big
race.
in his mirror now. Make him nervous. The first half of the race is over.
This is for
You are
demonstration
currently in
purposes,
P20,
and I
but there are
achieved
still
that
32 minutes and 16 laps remaining. But we do not have enough fuel for rest.
with setting the available fuel amount in the tank
You are big in his mirror now.
to
Make
60
him
liter,
nervous.
whereas in Bathurst McLaren has a fuel capacity of 125 normally. With 60 liters fuel capacity, it was not possible to create a one-stint strategy, no, a two-stint strategy for this race. One is required by the rules. So we can see
Behind on the left.
what the assistants will do with this.
We are halfway through the cable ship.
You are currently 1.0 seconds behind your opponent.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
Sean, Tom here. You are losing 0.9 seconds each lap, but a repair is not worthwhile at the moment.
The engineer
2 minute 4.0 seconds. This was your best lap so far.
lap time lost by this little incident we had a couple of laps before.
Attention behind.
And I'm a little bit slower due to the aerodynamics damage, but it is worth for the repair at the moment.
This is Marcel. Currently we have 25 degrees air and 32 degrees track temperature.
You may have noticed that the assistants still call me Sean, although I'm running as Rob
Attention
with
behind.
respect to ACC currently. This is because I'm still connected as Sean, as starting
behind.
driver, to the team server. Something which will not happen in a real team race, because then everybody connects with their own names. But for this demonstration we have to live with that.
You are currently 1.1 seconds behind your opponent. The gap to the car 1 position ahead of you is currently 0.8 seconds. You are currently 1.0 seconds behind your opponent. You are currently 0.5 seconds behind your opponent. You've caught up. Attack where possible.
So I think the pit stop preparation for the next stop will begin the next or the lap after.
Hi Sean, I can see in the data that your rear right tire is losing pressure. Let me see what we can do.
Sean, this is Andrew. The next pit stop is due in 5 laps. I will inform your race engineer. Okay?
I accept it.
Okay, I'll do it right now.
Behind on the left. Left clear. Behind on the left.
This is Tom. Pit stop 2 will be as follows. 25 liters will be enough. Dry,
Attention in second sector. Yellow flag.
dry tires will be best. We have some changes for the pressures. 25 point,
Green flag.
25.9 psi in the front left tire. 25.5 psi front right. 25.2 psi rear left. 24.8 psi in the rear right tire. Okay, the crew will be ready for you on lap 22.
Losing time to the car
Tom
in front
here.
of sector 2.
The aerodynamics were damaged during your last accident. I will look into that and come back to you.
Okay, so now we have the following problem. The pit stop window has been configured to 30
The
minutes,
gap to the car 1 position ahead of
which
you
was
is
the
currently
only
0.2
possibility for
seconds.
this kind of race in ACC. Something the strategy calculation has no knowledge about. And lap 22 is way too late for the remaining pit stop window time of 5 minutes. What I can do now is, since the pit stop plan has already been made by the engineer, I can ask him to prepare the pit stop earlier than originally planned. So we will pit in 1 or 2
You are
laps
currently
ahead.
0.7 seconds behind your opponent.
This can be done using a voice command, but fortunately I have a button on my Stream Deck for this as well. So I will press this straight down the hill.
Yellow flag.
Oh, yellow flag. AI has spun.
Yellow flag in second sector. Green flag.
Oh, green flag. Everything fine again. So now I will prepare the pit stop button, which will instruct the engineer to start with the
I will check it out immediately.
pit stop preparation immediately.
Okay, I will let the crew prepare everything immediately. We are ready for the pit stop. The crew is waiting for you.
The values are currently entered into the pit stop window. I will drive another lap and then go to the box.
Consider it in the pit lane.
The car behind you might attack you now. Stay focused. The leader is pitting now.
Box.
Sean, Tom here. You are losing 1.8 seconds each lap, but a repair is not worthwhile at the moment. Okay, let the crew do their job. Catch your breath for a bit.
Okay. This pit stop will also count as invalid because we do no driver swap according to the stint plan. So we might get disqualified by the game in the next lap. But let's see.
Let's go, go.
Something which will not happen in a real race, but not good anyway. Yes, still one pit stop to go, according to the game. But only 40 seconds left, so this will not work out.
The pit lane is now closed for regular pit stops.
very interested in the penalty we will get. I've never saw something like this before. No penalty yet. Let's see. We started at P26 and are currently on P90. So bad for weekend driving. I will ask the strategist for our current position. I have also a button for this on my stream deck.
I cannot tell you just yet. Please find your pace and settle your position first.
That's because he's still learning the data after the pit stop. The configured learning phase is not only at the beginning of the race but after pit stop, so the first couple of laps, typically 1 or 2, the assistants will not be able to answer your questions. This is mostly because critical data is not available from a couple of the simulator games. For example, ACC does not have valid lap times in the first lap at the beginning of the race or after pit stop, so we have to be patient. Again for position.
Your current position is P19.
And we can also ask for the remaining strategy. Wait until the down straight.
You are currently 50.8 seconds behind your opponent. Yellow flag in pit sector. Yellow flag is cleared.
Press the button for strategy overview.
Sean, we have developed the following strategy. We have planned 2 pit stops.
So we had an original strategy with 2 pit stops, but
The car 1 position ahead was much slower in the last lap. Maybe there was a problem.
remaining stops, so no additional information here.
Yellow flag in first sector. The car 1 position ahead was much slower in the last lap. Maybe there was a problem.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
You are currently 48.9 seconds behind your opponent. Green flag.
Wow. It's a little bit too ambitious with
Tom
in
here.
time
The aerodynamics were damaged during your last
15
accident.
seconds aerodynamic
I will come
damage.
up with an analysis as fast as possible.
The car behind you is closing in. You lost 1.6 seconds in 1 lap and he is 1.6 seconds faster. Pull yourself together.
While we are running the last laps, let's summarize what we have seen. Okay, the race has been held using the team server, a pre-calculated strategy with driver swap.
Great. 2 minute 4.0
And-
seconds. Your best lap so far.
3 planned stints
You are
in a 1 hour
13.6
race.
seconds ahead of your opponent.
And everything has been handled fully automatically by the AI assistants. The most important part there is that the race
This is Marcel.
strategist
Currently we have 25 degrees air and 32 degrees track temperature. The gap to the car 1 position ahead of you is currently 49.3 seconds.
is able to recalculate the strategy using all the data which is available from the current session. This opportunity is available in team races, where it is normally not so important because the duty of strategy handling, stint planning and so on is normally handled by your teammates using the race center, but it will be possible to hand it over to the AI completely. More important is that it's also possible to use all this using in solo races. You don't even have to have a team server running for that. You can run everything locally.
The car behind you has gained 1.3 seconds in 1 lap and is 1.1 seconds faster. Keep an eye on that. Focus. Okay, just a few more laps. Get with it.
The recalculation of the strategy during the races does not only take fuel level into account, as we've seen with this demonstration, but also weather changes, unplanned pit stops due to repairs, and other stuff like that. So whenever something happens which makes the current strategy more or less invalid, the strategist will try to recalculate new strategy based on the settings of the original one, so pit stop rules and fuel capacity and all the stuff you enter into the strategy workbench will remain intact. Remain intact. And when the new strategy has been calculated, the strategies will offer you to switch to the new one.
The gap to your opponent behind you is currently 11.1 seconds.
Which you will typically accept in most of the cases. But as we all know, artificial intelligence is not perfect all of the time. And those of you who already has taken a look at the current new chatbot technologies know that they can come up with dreams or hallucinations, and this is the case as well for my AI. So always check the recommendations before accepting them, and you can always ignore all of this if you think they have been lost in the forest. But then you have to do everything.
The car behind you is closing in.
For the remaining
You
race.
lost 1.6 seconds in one lap and he is 1.3 seconds faster. Pull yourself together.
P1 pass now, so that we won't have to go another lap after P1 finished race.
Faster cars approaching.
You got a blue flag.
So we will finish the race now at the end of this lap. Maybe we get DSQ because we haven't pitted correctly according to the game rules. But this doesn't matter.
The gap to the car one position ahead of you is currently 52.7 seconds.
Demonstration of all the functionalities we have seen. Yes, I have been disqualified. Here you see it. Okay. One last thing.
It looks like your rear right tire is losing pressure. I will take a look at that.
Damn, we have been disqualified.
Okay, the spotter also recognized that we got a disqualification. Here you see the race center with the race development, for example, the positions and so on. And important here is that, okay, although we planned different drivers for the different stints, the system recognized that the connected driver, me, has never changed, so it is always the Sean which has run the stints, according at least to the team server. And another thing you can see here now, after the strategist recalculated the strategy and I accepted the new one, you can also see here the revised strategy, which is now part of the data of the race center. So, this is it. I hope you had some fun, and we'll use this full functionality of the package. It's very immersive, since you now have a complete intelligent pit crew which
Well done.
will
Come to the
handle
pits
your
now.
race.
Something else.
Okay,
How were
thank
you
you,
satisfied
and
with the
bye-bye.
car?